Mihi. For generation after generation, Dolly Parton was and always will be the queen of country music. Her songs have been playing around the world today after her family announced her death at the age of 80 following a brief battle with cancer. Tributes poured in and President Trump ordered flags across the US to be lowered to half-mast for a week, while fans in all corners of the world mourned. Senior reporter Juliet Speedy has more.
You didn't need to be a fan of country music to adore Dolly Parton. Her unique voice, her incredible songwriting, her larger-than-life look.
Please don't take him just because you can. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living.
Her songs, performances, films, books, philanthropy, businesses, Dolly Parton did it all. And all with her trademark good humour, self-deprecation and iconic status. Hers was a true rags to rhinestone story. Born in a cabin in Tennessee, one of 12 children, she never forgot her impoverished roots.
My coat of many colours that my mama made for me, made only from rags, but I wore it so proudly.
It's a true story about a little coat my mother made for me, and it really talks about poor people, that you don't have to have money to be rich. You can be rich in love and patience and kindness and understanding.
She met her late husband Carl Dean outside a laundrette in Nashville when she was 18. They would be married for 59 years. After that, she established herself as one of the most famous country music artists of all time.
Islands in the stream, that is what we are, no one in between.
She was also known for her deliberately crafted image, rhinestones, plastic surgery and wigs. She famously summed it up by saying, "It costs a lot to look this cheap." Constantly asked publicly about her appearance.
Some find me sexy, some find me ridiculous, but I find that I have more...
I think it's wonderful that somebody can say that some find me ridiculous. It bespeaks a tremendous honesty.
Well, it is an honesty because, like I say, I can see myself where it because I'm not really your basic beauty.
It's 5 o'clock, Mr. Hart. You wanted to see me?
Yeah, I did, Dora Lee. I'd like you to come over to my house tonight.
Oh, wait now. I'm not working tonight, Mr. Hart. This is Friday, remember?
Success came on the big screen, including the seminal film 9 to 5, dealing with workplace inequality. She refused the label feminist, but she was a shrewd businesswoman who always knew her worth. Elvis Presley wanted to record this song of hers, but it would cost her a share of her publishing rights, so she said no. But then Whitney Houston made it one of the biggest international hits ever, and Dolly made a fortune.
Your trip to the Smokies really isn't complete unless you visit Dollywood and share a family treat.
Apart from selling 100 million records, she opened the award-winning Dollywood theme park in her home state of Tennessee. Her generosity famous too, her foundation donating money to families affected by wildfires. She donated $1 million towards the development of the Moderna COVID vaccine.
You want to sing 9 to 5 with me?
She never had kids of her own, but her love for children was obvious throughout her life. She established an imagination library, gifting free books to children because some of her own impoverished family never learnt to read.
Because they were poor and they had to go to work before they got to school. So it was always something very close to my heart.
Now, how many of you go so far back that you'd remember a song of mine called Jolene?
Her support for the LGBTQ+ community added to her iconic image and spoke to a new generation. And artists like Beyonce and Sabrina Carpenter celebrated her.
Please, 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 don't ruin life.
Her family announced her death in a video tribute.
Dolly called me and said she wants to rest in a beautiful bed of plush cotton because after a life wearing heavy rhinestones, she finally deserves to be comfortable and have some rest. Rest in peace, Aunt Dolly, Aunt Granny, Gigi. May God bless Dolly Parton.
Tributes poured in and fans gathered almost immediately after.
It's a devastating loss. Dolly Parton truly is an important person and will forever be in our hearts.
Here I
Dolly Parton, a once-in-a-lifetime cultural happening.
go. Here you come again.
A country girl who defined the word superstar.
Music journalist and huge Dolly Parton fan Simon Sweetman is with us to talk about her legacy. Kia ora, Simon. So country, as we now know, it's a huge genre globally, but her songs were some of the first to break into the mainstream, and she wrote 2 of her biggest hits in one night.
Yeah, she wrote Jolene, which everyone knows, and of course I Will Always Love You, which if they didn't know back then was a Dolly Parton song, they sure got to know about it after Whitney Houston covered it. And she wrote them in the same night, and she basically says, I got lucky, I had a burst of, creativity. But it's kind of, you're lucky if one of those songs comes along in a lifetime.
And 2 in one night, and I think 3,000 all up throughout her career.
Something like
Parton,
that, yeah.
Yeah, she was Miley Cyrus's godmother, and she collaborated with her and a whole raft of other global artists. Why was she able to cross that divide between genres and between generations?
I think with Dolly it all comes down to personality. She was larger than life, colourful, charismatic, friendly, charming, all of those things. And I think the key thing is she was consistent. Like, she was on TV at 13, so maybe she knows a bit of what it was like for Miley Cyrus. She'd been there. So not only was there the close family connection, but she'd actually walked those steps first. She'd probably been an enormous role model to her. And, with celebrities, there's always, people are looking for that story of when they caught them at a bad moment. No one has one about Dolly. So she was consistent of character. She was always lovely on stage, lovely off stage. That's the story. And I think that's her legacy and her longevity, isn't it?
What do you think it is about her story that resonates with all of us, with so many people around the world?
I mean, her story is like something out of one of her songs or a country song. She's one of 12 people. She constantly referenced in interviews that she grew up dirt poor. She never learned how to formally play music. It's all just tenacity, talent. She took things seriously, but she didn't take herself seriously, which I think is important. She took the work seriously.
One of 12 children, can you believe it?
Yeah.
The 4th of 12. Yeah. So do you think that new generations will still be discovering her music in the years to come? Is she going to stay with us?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if people didn't know about the songs and don't know about the songs, I actually think it's got to the point that her humanity, her philanthropy, her warmth as a character is so huge that you could almost imagine the music as a footnote to that. And then when people are finding out that story, they're going to want to research the songs and find out who this person was and, what did they do for a job. So even if they get to the music secondary, that's a huge treat.
Music journo Simon Sweetman, thank you so much for your time today. Tēnā koe.
Thank you.